So a bit of a different one today. I'm going to talk you through my 8 cringiest mistakes as a player, specifically as a youth player, because that's when I made most of my mistakes. So if you can resonate with any of these, please comment below. If you still think some of these are true, then again, please comment below because I can help you avoid these some issues that will come about as a result of these things. So number one is that I used to think if an injury didn't hurt anymore, then it was healed. So if I strained my hamstring, for example, I was so eager to get back to playing and join into training again, I would pretty much wait until it didn't hurt anymore and then get straight back into training, full training straight away, full matches again, and expect that just because it didn't hurt, then it was fully healed and my body had done some miraculous thing and it healed in record time. So I didn't appreciate that I had to actually, rehab and re-strengthen and recondition the muscle that had been injured to come back and make sure that I don't get re-injured again further down the line. So that's the first one. Second one, number 2, I used to think I was invincible, so I didn't need to do anything. So up until probably the age of 16, I pretty much never got injured, and I thought some players are just prone to injuries and some players just aren't. And I thought I was one of those guys that never got injured until I got to the age of 17 and started picking up injuries. And it led to one after the other. I would get injured in one place and it'd have a knock-on effect and I'd get injured in another part of the body. And it got really frustrating. So what I should have been doing is, appreciating that, I was a player who didn't get many injuries, but I could have at the same time still be strengthening myself to further, further prevent myself from picking up injuries in the future. So I guess instead of being reactive, I was being proactive. I could have been proactive in making sure my body was even more resilient to picking up injuries. Third one, so number 3, I thought each body part worked independently. So I use the hamstring muscle again. So if I strain my hamstring, which I did, or I have done a few times, I thought it was literally just the hamstring that needed to be rehabbed. If I was doing, the physio gives you some exercises, says do these for a couple of weeks. I thought it was literally, just the hamstring I need to work on. But in matter of fact, it could have a knock-on effect, that injury, to other parts of the body, which is why it's better to treat your body as a whole when you're rehabbing and when you're training, because muscles don't just work by themselves, they work in groups. And something which, if you've, for example, injured your shoulder, that could have a knock-on effect all the way down your body to impact another area of your body. So the body is a chain, everything is connected. And I was thinking of muscles and parts of my body as just independent and that they worked alone, when in fact they don't, and I definitely know that now. So number 4, I used to think that needing rest was weakness. So I used to think that rest was for wussies, never have a day off, that was the answer. If I did get tired, then it was a sign of weakness, I needed to work harder. And actually the case is that rest is a vital part of elite performance and it's crucial for progressing. So you put all the hard training work in, but you need to have rest in there as well, because that's when your body adapts and recovers and enables you to get better. So that recovery time is crucial, and it's not always about doing loads and loads and loads of stuff. It's about doing the best stuff. So more isn't always the answer. It's about doing the best stuff in your situation. So rest, definitely an important part of any player's training schedule. Number 5, I used to think I had to play in the style of my idol. So I was a centre back and would often look towards other players to think I need to play in their style. So one of them might have been Rio Ferdinand. Just as an example, you think, well, Rio Ferdinand was playing at the highest level. So then if I play like Rio Ferdinand, then I've got a better chance of reaching that level. I used to think like that until I was about 17, I think it was, and a coach came in at Wickham and he just said to the group, he said, don't try and play like someone else, play like yourself. Because if you think about it, it's your unique style of play which is going to enable you to progress and get into a team, because you offer something different that no one else can. So, Rio Ferdinand got to the level he did because he was Rio Ferdinand. He wasn't trying to play like another player. He wasn't trying to play like Alan Hansen. You might take bits of their game and try and implement it into yours, but ultimately you've got a unique style of play, and that's what you can offer to a team. and that's what's going to enable you to make the steps up. So something to think about there. Number 6, I used to think that all training needed to look like football. So I used to think that if the ball wasn't included or it didn't look specifically like an action that I was doing on the pitch, then the training was useless. When in fact, a lot of the most effective training doesn't look anything like what you would do on the pitch. It's about weighing up what's appropriate and what's right for you at the time. So obviously, improving your mobility could make you faster, but a lot of mobility exercises look nothing like you would do on the pitch. So again, something to think about with that one. Number 7, I think this is. I used to think that long runs would help me last longer on the pitch. So this is still something I see commonly even now, is that players, if they start feeling, puffed out around 70 minutes, they think, well, if I want to last 90 minutes, if I want to be able to do 90 minutes of running without getting feeling fatigued, then I need to go on more 90-minute runs. But I've learned since becoming an S&C coach and going through education, this sort of thing, is that it's not the case. It's about conditioning the right energy systems and your joints and your muscles to contract in a way which is specific to football. So again, maybe you're making a mistake like that now. Something to think about. And last one, so number 8, finally, I used to think that cooldowns were pointless. So usually after a match, your feet are really sore, you're pretty knackered, you just want to get back into the changing room. You do a cool down because the coach told you to, but it'd be sort of just a light shakeout, really low effort, maybe even sometimes just a bit of a walk, shaking your legs out. Because I thought, well, I don't actually feel any different after doing this. What's the point? I may as well, I could have been, because I was centre back, I could have just been doing some. It might have been an easy match, and I might have just been walking for a lot of the final 5-10 minutes of the game predominantly, and that's pretty much a cool down. What's the difference? But so I didn't realise that actually the benefits of the cool down you'll experience the following day and the day after that, because it's going to help your body recover overnight. It's not that you should feel instantly better after doing a cool down. So cool downs, definitely you should do them, definitely beneficial. Don't skip them out, because you will notice a difference, and it not only in your ability to recover, but also your performances in the week that follow after a match. So those are the 8 cringiest mistakes I made as a player. Maybe you can relate to some of those. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and share this if you found some value in it, and I'll catch you in the next one.